Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you happen to be looking at these, the bells, the monthly online announcements for St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Petersburg. My name is Sam Sheridan. I am the rector here, and we try once a month to take the bells, the announcements, and put them into a video form. This is our third or fourth time doing it. What had been happening, I'd say for 2 years, is that I would just get up and read the whole announcements and sort of wax poetic about what was going on over the next month or so. And some people really want all that level of detail. Hopefully you are that kind of person. You found this video. Some people want announcements to be short, because, man, you already stood up and talked for 15 to 20 minutes, preacher. Why don't you sit back down and we'll all take communion? I get that. I come from a church where announcements were as brief as possible. I come from a church where the priest didn't even participate in the announcements. And my boss, the rector at the last church I was at, would be like, please stop saying things unless you have to. This is a different place. There's a different experience, a different culture, and you're not going to make everybody happy. But the people who want announcements to be longer, I can give you this monthly version. Here's what's going on at St. Paul's through May. First is this Friday, the feast of the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. This is one of those services we do not have a service for. I'm going to get on Facebook Live. I'm going to read the prayer assigned for the day. I'm going to tell what the readings are for the day. I'm going to preach for 3 to 5 minutes. Then Sunday is both our safety Sunday. Periodically during the course of the year, we remind everybody where the fire exits are, where the panic buttons are, what we have set in place to do in emergencies. That's actually going to take the place of the announcements on Sunday. It's because if you have a safety training day, maybe some people will show up. But on Sunday morning is a good time to tell people how we honor their bodies and encourage their safety and the safety of the building. It's also probably partly Scout Sunday this coming Sunday. That means that the Boy Scout troop that we host that we sponsor has been invited. It happens to be that they're all on spring break, so I don't actually know how many of them are coming. That's what I mean by possibly, partly. We're definitely going to pray for the Scouts. We're definitely going to have any of them in the service be honored, be loved and shown welcome here. And if only 2 or 3 of them are able to come, we're going to do a different Scout Sunday, a different time, so that more of them can know that we love and care about them. On Wednesday, April 9th, a bunch of things going on. Middle of the day is the Hope Center lunch. Ellen Smith, who is one of the most dedicated and faithful parishioners here at St. Paul's, who has given years of service as our bookkeeper for free, who has volunteered for hundreds and hundreds of different kinds of things, is graciously leading us in organizing these meals at the Hope Center this year. She has a bunch of volunteers for the Hope Center for the 9th, and if you haven't volunteered yet, you can still come. There's no such thing as too many people. We have another feast that day. That's the Reverend Dietrich Bonhoeffer. That's another one where I'm going to be on Facebook Live with a homily, the readings, the prayer. That is also the final Wednesday in Lent, where we are going to have yoga at 5 o'clock, dinner at 6 o'clock, Compline at 6:45, and the culminating forum of our creation series, the first chapter of the Gospel of John. We've been talking about creation stories in the Bible, and we have sort of circled back because there is a lot of Genesis 1 in John 1, and I want you to come talk about it or watch it online because it's broadcast. On Saturday, April 12th, we have both the Parish Workday getting ready for Holy Week, and we have the second Saturday family service of the month. The second Saturday of each month, except I think June. Don't quote me. It might be July. One of the summer months we're going to take a break. But every other second Saturday of the month, we have a family service at 4:30. It's meant to be half an hour, 40 minutes at most. Children running around screaming if they want. Kiddos interrupting, asking questions if they want. I drag out the little altar and place it out in front of the big altar so that the children, can see what they're doing. You should come even if you are not a child, even if you do not have a child. Because the idea that the kiddos who do arrive see that this isn't a church service for them, but that church, the church that the adults take seriously, is for them. It's like the whole reason we're doing this service. I want them to know that all of this is for them, that they belong, that this is their place, just as much as it is somebody who's been here 70 some years. So come to that second Saturday service next week, Saturday, April 12th, because it is almost more important than the Sunday morning services. The next day is Palm Sunday. That's the beginning of Holy Week. I'm going to do a whole different video on the Holy Week schedule because we have organized with 5-6 other nearby Episcopal churches, but we do have normal service times on Sunday mornings. So there's a bunch of Holy Week stuff, and I want you to come to any of it. I'd love for you to come to all of it. I'm going to all of it. But the Sunday morning stuff, 8 o'clock, 10:30, just the way that it is every week. We'll do a different video for Holy Week. You don't have to learn that right now. You just need to know that during Holy Week, that's a separate schedule, and it doesn't change Easter Sunday or Palm Sunday. Now, the following Wednesday, that's April 23rd, taking a break. Nothing. If the chair yoga people want to meet, you got to decide that amongst yourselves. No dinner, no compline, no forum. April 27th, that's the following Sunday, the Sunday after Easter, there's a Vestry Meeting. All members are welcome to come to a Vestry Meeting. And if you're not technically a member, but you've been attending here with your spouse who is for like 40 years, I extend to you the invitation, non-members who are regular participants in our community. I personally extend the invitation that you should also be welcome at these Vestry meetings, should you desire. Now, then I'm going to get to the end of April. Then I'm going to stop this video because this is as far as we need to talk about April. The end of April, April 30th, is a Wednesday night. I'm going to be cooking the dinner. So then we got chair yoga at 5, Sam cooking at 6, and then I'm going to do a church forum I'm calling Not Safe for Church. This is an adult-themed forum. I mean, in that the material that we're going to be looking at has some swear words. It's not adult-themed like nudity, but it is definitely not appropriate for Sunday mornings. This Not Safe for Church forum on Wednesday, April 30th, is about American folk music, particularly that originating around Appalachia, and the way in which folk artists have had to navigate the competing ideologies of Christianity, of capitalism, of the poverty and systems in which they have been forced to live or fled up in the mountains in order to avoid. This is the kind of conversation that you can't have on a Sunday morning, because the kinds of materials and examples I want to give, like, do use swear words. It's not going to make all the little old church ladies who I adore feel like, hey, this is what I came here for on Sunday morning. This isn't why I put on my fancy hat. But church also has a right, has an obligation to reflect on our culture. And I'm from the mountains, man. Like, there's a lot that goes on in the folk storytelling of American culture that the church never responds to, never coordinates with, never thinks about, never reflects on, because the content is like, oh, that's not what we talk about at church. So on April 30th, I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to particularly focus on and sort of root that conversation around Todd Snyder and his song, The Ballad of the Kingsman. If you've heard that song, you'll really want to come see this forum. If you haven't, check it out. If you don't want to check it out, but you're just interested in folk music or folk stories, come on anyway. If none of that appeals to you, come on anyway. Church on Sunday, church on Wednesday night. Y'all come. Those are the long form announcements. I will do a separate video on Holy Week. God bless you. May God bless other people through you. And may God continue to bless your participation in St. Paul's Episcopal Church here in Petersburg, Virginia. Bye.